I don't want to mention this, but I have to say it. When Yunusa Mbai passed on, you see, as we were there, as we lay Yunusa to rest, you can see the young ones, they were crying. And the age mate of Yunusa were crying. Everybody, the elderly people were crying. I got one lady that came from UK, and she went with me to the place, and she has no idea who Yunusa is. But when she saw journalists, those that were reporting, the way they were crying, she could not hold her tear. She cried. You know why Yunusa matter? Some of you don't understand why Yunusa matter. Why we so much cry for Yunusa. Yunusa was not that selfish personality. Yunusa was there for the people. Yunusa, I was moving with one honorable Sisi. Akonyeko, you are exactly like Yunusa. Akonyeko, Yunusa nina sita wati yo wati. Mol be kanala nyadile. Nde mol mako la nyadile. Nde lola moli ye nyadile. Nde mol nyadi yo fita nola nyadile. Akoyo dam malefo. Is that your concern? Ask yourself. Now, some of the people did die in the morning and we buried them around 11. Before 2 o'clock, they are forgotten. Nobody remember them. Nobody remember them. If you were following my Facebook post, you will realize that I did post Madam Dow. 1,500 people liked, which was rare. And almost 200 people did comment, and all the comments were positive. You know why? Madam Dow was never that woman that will please anybody. And she was that iron lady that stand up when it matters the most. So she knows how to balance between soft sincerity and straightforwardness and trying to actually guide us to the straight path. So this is why naturally when students are here, at a certain point in time, they may not like him. But at a certain extent, they will come to understand that she is the best and she is our mother and she was there for us.
Badjie, welcome to the podium.
Thank you so much. You know, the reason as to why I am not that formal, because my lecturer is also not formal, who is Mr. Job. And clap for him. In regards to the president of STA, the entire executive council, fellow students, and to my lecturers, Dr. Sise and Mr. Job. You see, in life you will meet many people on earth, but people are very, very different. In life. And this, if you don't listen, you may not hear. And it will be important that you listen today. You see, it's not my attitude to praise anybody. And I always say it as it is. Neneman kumofo katun lafita moye kontan in nakola honey. Neneman kumofo katun lafita you praise me. Never. But nkafole ade nyame nkafole nyama. I do not say anything because I want you to like me. Never. Never. Not long ago, few days ago, if you were following my Facebook post, you will realize that I did post Madam Dow. 1,500 people liked, which was rare. And almost 200 people did comment, and all the comments were positive. You know why? Madam Dow was never that woman that will please anybody. And she was that iron lady that stand up when it matters the most. So she knows how to balance between soft sincerity and straightforwardness and trying to actually guide us to the straight path. And she knows how to balance this at any given point in time. So this is why naturally when students are here, at a certain point in time, they may not like him. But at a certain extent, they will come to understand that she is the best and she is our mother and she was there for us. And those are important elements. Now, what makes Mr. Job very different is like, akonye ko nin Gambia dinnuwol man karan Gambia ibe karan na mintole. Gambia dinnuwol ni man karan Gambia ibe karan na mintole. And there was this boy that was staying with me, and at the time the parents were very, very poor. They could not have the money to pay. It was Mr. Job who managed. I don't know where he get the fund, and he paid for that boy. And you can see the connection. What connects me to Mr. Job is how he sympathized with those that are sick, how he sympathized with those that are poor, and how he sympathized with the orphans. That is the only thing that connects us. And I was always in his office. He taught me things that until today, I was even having conversation in the morning. And I was telling the people about the 3 M's. The first M, which is media. The second M, which is money. And the third M, which is military. And I will leave it to that. And if you want more lessons of that nature, you can go to him. So those are things that he taught me. But what they mean and how the West normally use that if you go to him, then you will learn. I am also a fan of consultation. I like consultation. Like for instance, if you're a teacher, you go to an extent that this topic you don't understand. Before you go and stand in the presence of students and embarrass yourself, it will be wise for you to go to your fellow teacher and ask. If you ask today and the teacher is able to teach you, you go and teach. Tomorrow when you don't know, go back. Let the teacher teach you and go and teach. The next day if you don't know, go back. Let the teacher teach you and you go and teach. But in the event you are so arrogant and you refuse to go and ask, you know what is going to happen? At the end, and your teacher because nobody will come and ask you. Because you are asking today. Tomorrow some other teachers also will come and ask you. How should I teach this topic? How will I teach this topic? There were teachers that were teaching me before me going to class, and I go and teach and perform well. And then when I rose as I'm going, I left them behind. So that is life. That is life. Youth empowerment or students empowerment, nobody is going to empower you on earth. You are to empower yourself, and that you must know. Did they tell you who will empower you? Your friend, Jumali be empowered. Among all the speakers that came. Or did they tell you who will develop your nation? National development. Your friend, Jumali be Banko Dokulale. Your friend, who did they say will build the nation? It is us collectively. That you sitting behind that underrate yourself. It is you that will build the nation. You that is thinking like, I am not intelligent, I can't do it. It is you that will do it for the Gambia. The Gambia, its hope is on you. Najiko aninda lalo bebe tele bala itele nyanta Gambia dokula muli. Now, that is to tell you that there is no room for rest and there is no time for you to sleep. It is a time for commitment, and it is a time that you should sacrifice your time, your energy, and all your resources for the Gambia, because the Gambia did need you. Most of the time, when we look around, we say there are people that should make decisions for us. Nobody is going to make decisions for you. Sometimes we think like someone is there, Parliament will fight for us. Parliament will never fight for you. You think that the ministers are there for us. The ministers are never there for you, to be honest. You will think that there is a president that cares about my well-being. There is no president that cares about your well-being. You must care about yourself. Not only will you care about yourself, but you must also care about others and their well-being. That is what it takes. The burden is on you and the responsibility is on you. But you can never achieve that if you are a coward. I mean again, you can never achieve that if you are a coward. When college is tough, here college at a Bakary. College is difficult. Transformation is a challenge. Transformation requires sacrifice. For you to be reborn, it means a lot. It means one part of you must die and another part must rise. And you think that will be easy. Sometimes the people look at me and say, Bakary, where do you have this courage? Somebody will come to my aid. If you come to my aid by mistake, then I am lucky. But I have never for once believed that someone will come to my aid. There are times, other debates, critical debates, when we have critical debate at the parliament. I never for once think like someone will support me on my those debate points. Like for instance, I give you an example. When I was against the Gambian, young youths of the Gambia, under this circular migration, when they were being taken to Saudi Arabia, I was the only person who opposed it. And I said it clearly, Hannatra Gambia Bele Sontala, Ndatije B, Ndatije Sama. Who will build your nation for you? What kind of knowledge have you given them? What are they going to do in Saudi Arabia that they can't do here? I am a fisherman, and Honourable Job knows about it very, very well. And I proudly, nka basketo, nka karile, nka the bekama market la, nka wafi. I don't care who I met, who met with me. Yes, I am who I am. I am not what you think I am. And those are things that you should understand. So now if you are packaging young Gambians and taking them to other parts of the world to enslave them, and you want me to support that, you take our support. I will never support it. Hannata Gambia based on Tala. And at the latter part, you know the interesting part of it is later at the latter part, the people came to realize that these are the bases and these are the realities. And they started posting up Yalong Gambian, Ibuka Kweje Juna, Foni Kota Fatinyata. Because any politician that speaks, the politician is speaking because the politician want to be supported. I am a fisherman. I am also a teacher by profession. And that will be good for any of you. The other thing that I want to talk about is some of you, the teachers, if you are posted to the provinces, I only want to be within Combo. That is the topic actually given to me. Yeah, people are coming from America. I'm sorry, am I speaking Mandinka? And that is what I can speak for your information. For the Peace Corps that you see, those that are coming from America. Those areas are very, very cold. They live in comfort far better than you and I. They know luxury and appreciate luxury. Those people will sacrifice to go to any part of the Gambia. Dawoda! Yes, Samba Dawoda! Behind Bolibana, if you post them there, they will go. They will not tell you, they will not complain. You know, I saw white people whom I did work with. But Gambia take a second in Yaunya, in the time where I have about a candidate. Never. Another time for a candidate. Some of them. Another time for a candidate. And at Katale, we go to an extent that even if he is hungry, he will not tell you that I am hungry. You see, that is the kind of discipline that they have. And that is how they comport themselves. Now, if you said you are not going there, and the other one said, I am not going there, did you care about the Gambia? Did you care about that child? Those children that are down there, who will help them? Who will stand for them? Who will teach them? I was in Sendu Misra. There was a teacher that was posted to Sendu Misra, and the teacher refused to go. Then I said, I will go to Sendu Misra. Then I swapped with the teacher and went to Sendu Misra. And you know how that elevated me. From there, Sendu Misra, I came, I did my advanced diploma. From advanced diploma, I proceeded to the university. It started there. I met very, very, very good people. And until date, we have that connection, that good relationship that we have. So now, if I have not been there, will I meet those good people? Those great men and women in those areas? Are you better than them? Are you claiming that you are superior than them? Walatinna molka bonam santo. Ikanaka ali marajang, ali besiring, ali sijang, ali balon na mimbekela jang. Kala for me. That's the reality. That's the reality. But teachers in the provinces as well, you need to empower yourself and equip yourself. No matter where you are, if you have the knowledge, society will call for you. No matter where you are, if you are truly sincere and honest, and if you are ready to render service to humanity, Allah will always elevate you. Remember, whatever you are going to do on earth is about rendering service to humanity. You are only to render service to humanity. The president is rendering service to humanity. Ministers are rendering service to humanity. Now, the best of them is the one who is truly sincere and honest and do it wholeheartedly. Sometimes I say this all the time. When President Magufuli died of Tanzania, when he died, the people cried, and even the journalists that were there to report, they were crying. They were crying. And that is what it takes if somebody good died, if you render that much service. Because people will always remember you for the service that you offer. You will be only remembered for the service that you are offering to mankind. And some of you, so I don't want to mention this, but I have to say it. When Yunus Ambai passed on, you see, as we were there, as we lay Yunus to rest, you can see the young ones, they were crying. And the age mate of Yunusa were crying. Everybody, the elderly people were crying. I got one lady that came from UK, and she went with me to the place, and she has no idea who Yunusa is. But when she saw journalists, those that were reporting, the way they were crying, she could not hold her tear. She cried. You know why Yunusa matter? Some of you don't understand why Yunusa matter. Why we so much cry for Yunusa. Yunusa was not that selfish personality. Yunusa was there for the people. Yunusa, I was moving with one honorable Sisi. Akonyeko, you are exactly like Yunusa. Akonyeko, Yunusa mina sika wati yo wati. Mul bekana la nyadile. Nde mul mako la nyadile. Nde lola muli ye nyadile. Nde mul nyadi yo fita nola nyadile. Akoyo damalefo. Is that your concern? Ask yourself. Now, some of the people did die in the morning and we buried them around 11. Before 2 o'clock, they are forgotten. Nobody remember them. Nobody remember them. They were not there for the people. They were there for themselves. And if you are there for yourself, whatever you are yearning for, you will never have it. So be there for others, and Allah will be there for you. Allah barakah. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. MC, our own able information minister. Good afternoon, honorable members of the high table, the press, students of the UEG, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today is mixed feelings. I am emotions like any other person because today will mark the end of this great Star Week, and that is why I personally am with mixed feelings though, because I don't want to miss these events. But nonetheless, in every beginning there must be an end. It is indeed a pleasure to stand before you to give an opening remarks. And of course, 4 days down the line, and we are left with 1 more day to say bye-bye to Star Week 3.0. And of course, the 4 days were very successful. And they were successful because of you, the students of the UEG, friends of the UEG, and the press as well. I encourage all of you today, like any other day that you all participated, to fully participate today so that today can also be of a success. It is indeed a great moment to share ideas with all of you, those who participated and those who wish to participate but do not because of one way or the other. We thank you all for your efforts. It is because of you this Star Week of 2026 is of success. Your commitment, Your patience, your participations really make these days a very successful days. And I encourage all of you and challenge all of you to participate fully today to make this day a remarkable one. This topic of 2026 will ever remain in our memories. And of course, you are all part of the legacy that is built. Nobody is an exemption. We are all part of it. And of course, we all have to be proud to lift our shoulders that at least we have done something for the UEG. You might not know what you have done. You might think it is all about jokes, but we learned something. Personally, I've learned great things because we are people of diverse view. We are people of different skills, but we all come together to make this a success. And of course, UEG will ever be great because of you. And all of you are going to be remembered in one way or the other that you have done for this institution. So therefore, I thank all of you on behalf of our President, H.E. Bakary, and the 10 Executive Council, alongside with the task force members. Without them, of course, we will not have reached this height. And again, there are people who are not part of the task force, and not part of the committee members, and not part of the executive, and even not part of the student of the UEG, but they have played a great role in making this week a success. Undoubtedly, this is great, and this will ever remain in us. So I therefore thank all of you for leaving all your busy schedules to come and join with the UEG students to participate in this week. This is indeed a great moment for all of us. Some of you are leaving this year, but some are staying. Those who are leaving will be missing you. And of course, we already built a family, a lasting family that will be in us forever. So I therefore once again thank all of you for your kindness, your participation, and your generosity towards this event. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
The former president, not the current, the former president of the Student Teachers Association, 9th Executive Council, Mr. Hassan Bojang. Mr. Bojang, the podium is entirely yours.
Expecting to be given the podium today, but it's an honor to be called upon once more time. I really appreciate. I want to send my special appreciation to Dr. Cisse, who is sitting here with us. He left all his busy schedules to come and guide us, grace this occasion with us. We really appreciate. May God guide and bless you, give you long life, protect you, and increase you in knowledge and wisdom. Amen. My colleagues, students of the University of Education, the Gambia, allow me to officially congratulate the 10th Executive Council on this great achievement. From day one, that was on Monday, but before that, the planning stage, that was what we call behind the scenes. It wasn't easy sitting day and night, planning day in, day out, and ensuring that every activity, every student of this institution, every individual, irrespective of your age, sex, ethnicity, program of study, are all captured in this year's Student Teachers Association Week. I want to congratulate them on this great initiative. But allow me also to send my special gratitude to the 7th Executive Council who initiated all this. Star Week was supposed to be launched by the 7th Executive Council under the leadership of Edward Sacco. But they laid the foundation when Jamanka and the executive came. They ensured the plan was executed, that is Star 1.0. When the 9th Executive Council came, they picked it from there. That was under my leadership, and we made it even better. That was rebranding. We rebranded it, and it was amazing. Our aspirations were for this executive that came, that is the 10th Executive Council, to even make it more better. And we can't be prouder than this. So at this point, I want you to put your hands together for the 10th Executive Council under the leadership of His Excellency Dikwari Kamara. Please put your hands together. The task force, the cooks. There is a saying, an empty bag cannot stand. That is true, right? They've done tremendously well, and we are grateful. The task force under the leadership of Mr. Wali Sambu, we are grateful. And I want to thank by extension the students who participated from day one, the drama teams, the culture team, the public speaking, the debate. It was really intriguing, interesting, entertaining, educative. We really appreciate. We are here to gain experience, but also bond, create family that will last forever. This is what we call allowing the institution to pass through you. You don't only come here to pass through the institution and that is all. So we congratulate you and we thank you once more. And again, I want to thank one of our mentors who just joined us. Personally, through my leadership career, I have learned a lot from him. I want you to put your hands together for Mr. Job. Thank you for coming. He is our mentor. He has been there for the students. For those of you who may not recognize his face or know him personally, but you've been hearing him, he's the deputy registrar of this institution. Once again, thank you so much for coming. And I think I can say further than this. I wasn't expecting to give a speech, but I'm so happy and I'm proud. And there is a saying, you are never successful until your successors are successful. And this event was just amazing. They've done beyond expectations. They were able to exercise absolute patience, sportsmanship, and professionalism in whatever they were doing. So I'm grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And they show up. That is enough as a pride for us. So thank you, Mr. Job, once again for joining us. So without further ado, may I call on Dr. Cisse to come and then share a few words of wisdom with the general attendance body. Doctor, the podium is yours.
Good afternoon, students. How do you feel today? I can hear you. So good. That's great. Let me begin by thanking the 9 Executive Council, as the former president highlighted. He can't be successful if his predecessor is not successful. And the 10th Executive Council have started on a very good footing, and this week is a testament of their tenure is going to be successful. So the 10th Executive Council, thank you for organizing this Star Week and bringing students together. This is part of university culture. Students to come together to engage into different activities. It is part of university culture, and it's something very, very important. So I congratulate you for taking your time to attend this week, and I hope you have learned a lot. You have learned things which some of us will not teach you or even cannot teach you in the classroom. So this is why it's very important for such kind of activities to be organized in universities. So thank you for the 10 Executive Council for putting up this 5-day activities. So I'm just going to say a few words about our collective responsibility, because there are things that is all of us that we need to play our role in order for us to succeed. And one of them is our environment. Our environment. When you look at the environment, are you happy the way it is? Are you happy compared to maybe other, I don't know, how many of you have traveled to other universities in Africa? Some of you did. If you don't, you can see this on the media, right? On the social media. And you love your university to be like that. So what should we do? We should join hands to clean the environment. There is one challenge we have, which is littering. Littering, right? Because sometimes I do say higher institution of learning, probably we don't need to employ so many people who should be sweeping our classroom every day. What we need is, if we have dustbins in every classroom, I think we are all responsible. We should be able to utilize those dustbins. So I will encourage you, we all work together to maintain a very healthy environment. Because healthy environment will have healthy mind and will be able to, achieve or get the right education that we want. And sometimes education should be able to help us change. If we are educated and our attitudes are not changed, then we question the type of education we have. Right? So let me just encourage you. Let's do what we can do at our level in maintaining the environment. It's very important. Because every visitor who comes, what you see first is the environment. You start judging. This campus is very clean. They have a very nice environment. That means we have very good students. We have very good, lecturers. We have very good, administrators, because it is all of us. Neither the students alone can do it. Neither the administration alone can do it. So it is collective responsibility for all of us to put some efforts in having a very healthy environment for us to live. So aside from that, I would just want to encourage you, because you all have talents in one way or the other. You are all capable of being excellent in your own area. So university is a place where you can learn a lot. It's not a place where you just have to acquire your certificate and go. As one senior colleagues always say, sometimes when you come to the university, you need to go through the university, but also allow the university to go through you. So it is important you take up different opportunities that are available. And these associations are one of the things that you can take advantage, because they can take you to a level where we the lecturers cannot take you there. The confidence they can instill in you, we don't have time for that in the classroom. And that is responsibility. This is where you build taking of responsibility. If you are at the university, whether it's STA, whether it's your other association, if you take up responsibility, you do your part, you are building your future career, because through those associations, you are going to learn things that you will not learn in your classroom. So let me encourage you to participate very well in student activities. It's part and parcel of the university activities, and these activities can help you build your confidence, build your leadership skills, make you someone, better in the future. So I wouldn't take much of the time. These are just few words I would just wanted to share with you. Just to reiterate, the collective responsibility we have in the environment. Let's all do our little efforts. We all can do our little effort. If you see someone littering, nicely talk to the person, please, why not put this in a dustbin? Or you can point to the person, there's a dustbin over there, please. Or you can pick it, drop it in the dustbin, and tell the person, please, next time, put it in the dustbin. So if we keep on doing that, we will have a very clean and nice environment. So on that note, I would like to once more thank the 10th Executive Council, and I will encourage them to do more, because as student leaders, you have a lot of responsibilities for students. To the 10th Executive Council, and thank you all for coming, and it's a pleasure to join this session. And before I leave, I will also want to welcome the Honorable Mr. Badjie. He is someone who is very familiar in the college environment. Anytime, students or anyone at the college knock at his door, he is available. he did not forget, Gambia College. He was a student here, like all of us. Despite the enormous, responsibility he has, his busy schedule, I've been seeing him here frequently for every, occasion. So, Mr. Badjie, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, everyone.
Father, as I earlier on alluded, Mr. Joe, the Deputy Registrar, to also come and then share a few words of wisdom.
I am not very formal. I think most of you students know that about me. I would just want to speak for what I think should be spoken about. But let me recognize my important delegates here. Bakary Badjie, Honourable, was a student of this college. Bojang, I'm introducing my generals. Bojang, your former HE, was a very close friend. You see, there is a lot that you can learn from them, Honorable Bakary and Mr. Bojang. There was a moment when I used to think that I can solve students' problem. But later I realized that you cannot do it alone. You need some people to help you. And one fortunate thing that happened within the era of Bakary was me meeting Honorable Bakary. Bakary was that kind of a student I was looking for. That moment I was struggling to solve students' problem. He was the kind I was looking for. And some of the attributes of him that encouraged me. One was Bakary would not back down until the problem we are trying to solve is solved. That's him. And he would come to my office, change my office from ordinary office to a banter bar where we can be discussing from morning, sometimes until after Maghrib. After Maghrib, and we will work together, probably leave him to go on his own home, or I will follow him. We go to his home, sit for a moment, and then I can go home. All in the interest of who? Students. That was Bakary. We have others, Amadou Jobate, the likes of Amadou Jobate. Some of you should know him. He's now lecturing here. Another like. And then came Mr. Bojang. So I'm encouraging you to emulate them. This one. Akadunya kono baba. Look, the leaders, present leaders, your group, try to be in close contact with this man and Bojang and the others I mentioned, Amadou. There is another leader here who was also very strong, resolute. This boy at public health, now he is a facility manager. Yunusa Moro alni wole nyomoy bang wol mu doku lallet. You see, if students' problems are not solved in any institution, that institution better close. Let me repeat that point. If an institution finds it difficult to solve problems of their students, let them what? Close. It's like a shop. No, no, yes. Ali, wait. Hello, allow me to make my points, please. The reason why I usually don't encourage people to be clapping when I make a point, my belief is it dilutes the strength of my point. Sometimes this clapping makes those points evaporate. So please, even if the point is strong and good, just nod and take it. Am I clear? Yes. Good. Now that I'm that's it. Kela jam puru student. Naka nyo saba officer kono fa miracle muflangolete that time in the interest of who? Sacrificing everything, even quarreling with lecturers in the interest of who? Students. Don't you think that man is not good enough to consult when it comes to administration? Consult him. Bojang, consult them. Amadou, consult them. Yunusa bijanne. Abe public health. Amanjariya call. Go to him. Yunusa, we are in this together. We have this problem. And do you know why it is important to even consult? One important thing is about consulting previous leaders. Sometimes the problem you are even telling them, they have solved a similar problem. In fact, can't you even remember the old saying? History repeats itself. What you are doing today is something that people have been doing before. So a problem today is probably a similar problem that happened in the past. So what do? Go to the individual who was there before. It's a boja. We are here. Mineketa. Abe kandrin de ngaji kandole soto koma. Ite kasumi yandinu nyadi le. Afonye bang. I remember there was one election that was earlier, and there was a lot of talk about how to organize it and make it quick. Mr. Bojan was even amazed as to how that election was so quick. In fact, instead of thinking of adding more people, more officers to help us in the electoral process, we asked them to what? To reduce the number. It will be like a more kafula jenya resolve. But you go hanilo mul from tala and lumba resolve. You think it was from me? It was a fellow student who also taught me. With all that big name over my head, lecturer or whatever, it was a student I learned that from. Can you imagine? How karang almojo student level. Adain karandale in less than an hour. Atena ranga faya kandra jomol dangkai. Imojo student wala karandinya. So consult your fellow leaders. Talk to them. And the other thing I also want to talk about, though I did not actually organize this speech, like I said, is directly from my heart. Student week. This student week you are organizing is very important. I know you have a theme, not so. A theme also. What's the theme? Domadani bendachuno ya bondal kun konole. Minegada? Atodu? Empowering students. National development, global impact. Okay, that's the team, not so. So if one has to put it in one sentence as to what do you want to achieve, would be what? Empowering the students. That empowerment can have a lot of indicators. So there are many things that you can do to empower one student. More so that you are talking about an entire university. So in your activities, you must have those things that you were supposed to be doing in your last 4 days. To enable students to get themselves what? Empowered. Yeah? Power. It's only my students who are now communicating. Huh? How many of you actually were in my class? How many of you answer? Okay, all right. Only alone them became inside. Huh? Those activities. Now, today is actually supposed to be the day that each and every one of you should self-evaluate what has taken place. That is, assess yourself. Assess. Yeah, and this program was to enable us to empower ourselves. How far? Because, sorry to say, for some of you, it was Benachin empowerment. Whether you know it or not. somewhere Baobab Juice Empowerment. Eh? Mr. said what's the name? DJ Junior. Somewhere DJ Junior Empowerment. Only for my sake. True or false? Eh? True or false? But you are supposed to learn, eh? So what am I trying to do? I'm trying to make sure that you learn from today that these activities, these occasions are not only meant for hayango. Don't let hayango dronella. Ne all nyinin ka for what and what can you now pinpoint to say this has helped me to be empowered? They will even ask you again, what are you saying? Pardon? Anyone? So can I have any one of you who can tell me one or two activities that you think has empowered you